So, summer is officially here. The weather is warming up, the school year is finally behind you, and you have that incredible feeling of freedom. If you're like most people, you've been probably hyping this up in your head for months. You told yourself, man, once summer hits, I'm gonna do so much. I'm gonna go to the beach every single day, hang out with my friends, travel, and just see where the days take me. You decide to just go with the flow. But let's be honest what going with the flow actually looks like. The first week is amazing. You stay up late, you sleep in, you hang out with your boys a couple of times, and it feels like peak freedom. But then week 2 hits. The initial excitement starts to fade. You don't really have any concrete plans for the day, so you just look at your phone. You open up a game, you tell yourself you'll go outside later. Before you know it, 3 weeks have passed, then a month, and suddenly half the summer is just gone. You didn't go on that family trip you wanted to take, you didn't leave the country or even your hometown, you hung out with your friends a few times, but mostly you sat inside of your room staring at a monitor playing video games and breathing in recycled air. On this channel, I've already covered the crazy regret that comes with wasting a summer. It's a terrible feeling because you realize you had all the time in the world, and you let it slip right through your fingers. And the reason it happens isn't because you're a lazy person. It happens because you fell for the biggest trap of the season. You thought you were ready for the summer just because you were excited for it. But you had absolutely no routine to back it up. If you want this year to be completely different, you have to change how you approach these 3 months. You need a perfect summer routine. But a perfect routine doesn't mean waking up at 5 a.m. to live like a robot. It means building a lifestyle that actually works for you. If you want to build a routine that actually sticks, you have to start with a destination. I want you to literally pause for a second right now, look away from the screen, and think. If you don't have a specific target you are aiming for over the next 90 days, you're going to spend your summer working towards absolutely nothing. You'll just be aimlessly trying out random things, losing motivation after 3 days, and falling right back into old habits. To build a real routine, you need to set exactly 3 major goals that you want to accomplish by the end of the summer. These shouldn't be easy things you can do in a week. They need to be challenging. They need to be things that will genuinely take the full 3 months of consistent effort to achieve. They need to push you entirely out of your comfort zone. Now, don't be unrealistic. Don't set yourself a goal to buy a Ferrari by September 1st. For 99% of you guys, that's just not going to happen. Sorry. And setting a goal that is impossible only guarantees that you'll quit early. But set something that will make you sweat when you think about it. Maybe your goal is to physically transform your body and finally get a six-pack. Maybe it's an athletic milestone, like learning how to do a clean backflip or building up the endurance to run a full marathon. Or maybe, like a lot of people watching this, your goal is financial. You want to make $10,000 over the summer. For someone in the ages 13 to 17, making $10,000 by the end of the summer is a massive mountain to climb. It means you're gonna have to work a serious job, or you're gonna have to dive headfirst into starting a real business. It forces you to grow up and take things seriously. But that's the entire point. Now, once you have that big overarching goal, you need to break it down into micro goals. Smaller milestones that focus entirely on taking action. Because when you're looking at a huge goal like making 10k, it can feel paralyzing. You don't even know where to start. Your micro goal should be simply to initiate the process. Let's say if your end goal is to make 10k, your immediate smaller goal should be to pick one single source of income and execute it. Whether that's learning the fundamentals of day trading, setting up a Shopify store, launching a clothing brand, starting a YouTube channel, or learning how to run meta ads for a local business, just pick one. Taking action and sticking to it for a month straight is a massive goal in itself. Stop overthinking the perfect plan and just start failing forward. Now, once your 3 goals are locked in, building your daily routine becomes incredibly simple. Why, you may ask? Because your routine should be entirely evolved around those 3 goals. Your daily schedule should literally just be the path that leads straight to your destination. Think about it like this. Your goals dictate your schedule. Let's use the fitness goal as an example. If your goal is to get into peak physical shape, your routine naturally has to include working out, dieting, tracking your macros, and getting amazing sleep. You don't have to guess what you have to do today. The goal tells you exactly what to do. You set a specific time when you wake up. Maybe the very first thing you do after waking up is lace up your shoes and go for a run, whether it's a mile or 2 miles. You pick a distance that fits your current physical level and you do it consistently every single morning. You set up a real meal plan, you stop eating junk food, and you actually fuel your body correctly. That exact same logic applies to financial goals. If you want to make 10K during the summer, let's actually do the math and break it down. Summer break is roughly 90 days long. If you divide $10,000 by 90 days, you get around $111 a day. When you look at a big number like 10,000, it feels overwhelming. But when you look at $111 a day, your brain switches into problem-solving mode. You instantly start asking yourself, what skill can I master? What service can I provide? Or what job can I work that brings in $111 every single day? Suddenly, your routine has a daily benchmark. You know exactly what you need to hit to make the summer a massive success. But I can't just sit here on the other side of the screen and tell you exactly what your hour-by-hour schedule should look like. I don't know your life. And honestly, anyone online who tells you there's a single perfect routine for everyone is lying to you. You have to form your own schedule. But the secret is to construct it entirely around those 3 pillars you set for yourself. Every single day, you need to take one measurable step towards those goals. Now, while your specific schedule is going to depend on your personal goals, there are a few obvious foundational habits that everyone needs to keep dialed in for the summer. These are the non-negotiables that keep your mind sharp and your body functioning. First of all, we need to talk about your sleep schedule. I get it, it's summer, and the temptation to stay up until 4 AM talking on Discord, playing games, or mindlessly scrolling through your phone is incredibly high. You think, I don't have school tomorrow, so who cares? But you have to realize that if your sleep schedule is completely cooked by the 1st of September, you are going to have a miserable time transitioning back into real life. Besides that, sleep is literally the ultimate cheat code for your body and brain. It's when your muscles recover, it's how your brain clears out fog, and it's what gives you actual energy to work on your business or hit the gym. Keep a reasonable, consistent sleep schedule. You don't have to wake up at 5 in the morning, but don't let your day shift so far into the night that you eventually become a vampire. The second baseline habit is your diet. Use these 3 months to step away from the fast food. Instead of constantly going out to buy Chick-fil-A or whatever garbage is convenient, learn how to cook healthy meals at home. Track what you're putting into your body. When you take control of your nutrition, your energy levels stabilize, your focus goes through the roof, and you actually have the drive to execute your routine without feeling constantly exhausted. If you actually commit to this, if you actually form a schedule around your targets and execute it every single day, I promise you the payoff is going to be insane. Just close your eyes for a second and imagine the feeling of looking back at these 3 months later this year. Imagine it's winter, maybe it's the first week of December, and you're reflecting on what you did this year. You look at your bank account and realize you actually made 10K. You look in the mirror and see a completely different, healthy physique. You remember the exact moment you hit that milestone you promised yourself you'd hit. That level of self-respect, confidence, and pure pride you will feel is unmatched. You will feel unstoppable because you proved to yourself that your word actually means something. But as much as I want you to grind, lock in, and build something incredible, I have to leave you with the most important fact of all. You still have to enjoy your summer. At the end of the day, it's called summer break for a reason. This is a mental and physical break from the rigid system of the school year. I'm not telling you to lock yourself in a pitch black room for 15 hours a day, staring at a laptop, stressing yourself until you go completely insane. Don't let the hustle drive you into burnout. You need to find a healthy, sustainable balance. Spend your mornings knocking out hard tasks, working on your business, or hitting the gym. But once that work is done, get out of your house. Go enjoy the sun. Go spend high quality, present time with your friends, your family, or your loved ones. Travel if you have the opportunity. Explore your own city. Take a random train out into the countryside. Go do a side quest and experience things you've never done before. Summer is meant for making real memories, not just digital ones. The goal is to find that beautiful harmony where you're aggressively pursuing your potential while you're simultaneously experiencing your youth. If you take the advice from this video, if you set your 3 goals, build your routine around them, and maintain that balance, your summer is going to be completely life-changing. You'll build a routine naturally that won't just last you until it's September. It's a mindset that will transform the rest of your entire life. The clock is ticking, but the time is yours. So go build that perfect summer routine. Peace.